Dave Kwasinski, back again. DaveKFitness.com, the philosophy of Dave.wordpress.com. On Twitter and Instagram at Dave Kwasinski. Like my pages. Follow up on the last video. Science, explainable, tangible things. I wanted to say, not proofs. They don't. I mean, science, period, is just a sliver of our experience as human beings. What do we do with suffering? What do we do with evil? What do we do with love? What do we do with love when we don't want to love, but we do it anyway? When we can't stand somebody, but we are kind to them anyway? What do we do with evil perpetrated on the innocent? What do we do with suffering? How does that fit into our entire human experience? We experience those things completely unlike any other creatures on the planet. We have rational minds. We have emotions. Animals do not. Animals can feel pain, but they can't feel happy or sad. They don't even know, a lot of them, I would venture to say, most animals don't even know what they are, or that another animal like them is really the same thing as them. So forget all of that. Suffering, pain, mourning, mourning, feeling bad for someone else, praying for someone else. What do we do with all of those things? Those are things that we do. People who don't believe would say that those things are pointless. Those prayers or the mourning or whatever, it's pointless. But it somehow fits into what makes us who we are. I'm doing all this. I've got this afternoon prayer ritual centered around the 3 o'clock hour, which is the hour of mercy, the hour when Christ died according to the ancient book. I'm sorry, that was something that's derogatory, and I apologize. How do we answer? How do we, forget about answer, how do we explain the suffering of the innocent? The roll of the dice that has me here kneeling in my bedroom praying in relative comfort, when there's another me somewhere else that hasn't gotten to 60 years of age, hasn't gotten to 6 years of age, and is being tortured or suffering from malnutrition, dying at 6 months. How do we explain that? Do we have an explanation? Should we have an explanation for that? Do we need an explanation for that? Or does it just happen? Is that just luck of the draw? That's just the way the world was made, and some animals die because they get eaten by other animals. Some animals die because they get run over by cars by human beings, and some human beings die because other human beings just decide that it's okay to take their life. What do we do with all of that? That's beyond science. I believe, because of things that I've read, and things that I believe to be true in human experience, that prayers for the dead are acceptable and necessary. Prayers for others are acceptable and necessary. Prayers for those who are going to die are essential and can't even save their soul. Is that real? If it's not, why not? Because science doesn't tell me that. Science can't explain why that may or may not be a necessary or a practical event. Does something have to be practical? No. Open your refrigerator. Open your freezer. Is everything in there practical? Look around your room. Everything you got here practical? Just more thoughts. 6 minutes. Didn't mean to go that long. I keep slamming the bed here and it makes the picture bounce. I apologize. Just thinking about this stuff. Wanted to get it off my chest. This is Dave Kwasinski, DaveKFitness.com, the philosophy of Dave.wordpress.com, on Twitter and Instagram, at Dave Kwasinski. Like my pages. And please pray for me. I promise to pray for you.